Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Chill with EarthBound, where our only goal, as always, is to take a little bit of time for ourselves, to relax, unwind, maybe go to sleep, and to just kind of be for a little while. Last time we took a trip through Dungeon Man, which was a combination of the Dungeon Maker Brick Road and a dungeon. And that was quite an experience and some very unique music. And after exploring Dungeon Man, we took him on a little trip south, where he ended up getting stuck in some palm trees, unfortunately. Looks like he'll be there for a while, but he did also manage to hook the party up with a nice yellow submarine, purely coincidental yellow submarine that they took south into the deep darkness, where our adventure will continue. So, hope you made yourself comfortable, as comfortable as you can, and we will get started. So right away you can hear the music of this place and seeing most of the trees kind of blacked out. Swampy area. It's kind of an intimidating place, but we will work through it. This monkey says the monkeys run the inn in this forest. You can stay here for free. Yeah, we'll stay the night. You probably didn't need to, but how many chances do you get to stay at the monkey hotel in the forest? It is possible to find some of the rumored magic truffles here in the deep darkness if you have. It's certainly made easier if you have the piggy nose, but the player's guide points out precisely where they all are. And I feel like I remember a couple of them, but we won't worry about it. Being in the deep water in the swamp here does cause periodic damage to the party. That's just a screen effect. And for that, I apologize. I know that's not the most visually chill thing. Talk to the weapons dealer, and he's got some items that we don't particularly need at the moment. Stepping up here, talk to this other monkey who says, I heard monkeys living in some desert can teleport. Well, we learned how to teleport from them. Who wants to try? We can teach you. Oops, not quite. Try again. Seemed to work. Says I did it. It was awesome. So we're handed a small gift. We receive the monkey's love item, which can be used during battle. If I recall correctly, it has a chance to cause an enemy to freeze in place, and it is a reusable item. So, not especially helpful as far as I'm concerned, but it's kind of a neat thing to teach someone a new skill, you know? Like he says, it's really dark here in the deep darkness, isn't it? If you don't have the Hawkeye here, you're helpless. Fortunately, we have one. Like he says, I want to become a pig. If I become a pig, I can find the mushrooms called magic truffles. Indeed. Spider Monkey says this is the deep darkness. When you walk through the swamp, you endanger your health. Can't help it. That's why it's called the deep darkness. This person appears to be hiding, because I don't feel it's necessary for us to talk. Very well. Not everyone's a talker. How about this guy? So, hi, how are you? Not a bad guy. Something that all good guys say. I came from one of the world's largest economic powers to this small rural village. A businessman that is truly tough has to travel this far for the best opportunities. I'm a tough businessman, yes sir. Also represent the doctor over there. Must be the person behind the tree. So we can buy or we can heal. I'd rather buy. Let's see what he's got. Some charm coins. And we don't have enough money to buy them. We could solve that. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Since we don't have Prince Boo here, we will have to set up a basic teleport. Hopefully this will work. Not quite. Maybe we can... I don't think I'm quite skilled enough to run around this tree the way our monkey friend did. Let's try one more time. Works for me. And we're just going here to withdraw some money. So we'll be back with you shortly. Let's try this. There we go. And we're back in deep darkness. Picked up a little bit of money from the hotel in Saturn Valley. And we're just gonna buy a couple charm coins. Alright, shopping's done, and incredibly there is a mole here. Seems a little out of place. But with that, we are finally ready to move on into the deep darkness. Now, just to be clear, you can use the teleport skill to make somewhat short work of deep darkness. In fact, that is a trick that the speedrunners use. The professional speedrunners use. They don't even use the Hawkeye, they just have the whole place memorized and run right on through. But we're here to take our time and explore everything, most things. So you can see you can walk around through here as we encounter the even slimier little pile and a zap eel. We didn't really get to use much of the heavy bazooka before, but now maybe we'll get a better idea of what it can do. So it does 200 to 300 damage against the main target and does splash damage against enemies on the side. So it's like a super bomb in that sense, but it's a permanent item, so it's very good. As Ness realizes the power of healing Gamma, we will step in the deep darkness, and at last, we will use the Hawkeye. As everything brightens up, what's going on here? This person says, "Be quiet. I look very important, but I'm not really. I'm a cash dispenser man. If you want to withdraw cash, charge you a handling fee, which is the same amount as your withdrawal. And we won't be needing that. That's, in fact, why we went to Saturn Valley." So we encounter a zap eel and a hard crocodile. We haven't seen that for a while. Getting a couple of lucky reflects there from Franklin Badge. See the enemies here can hit pretty hard. But we'll be okay. We may have to heal up a little bit more often, but no matter. We will just move right along. See if we can avoid the alligator, or crocodile rather. Opening this present, we find a beef jerky. As we slowly make our way forward and come across a photo opportunity. Fuzzy pickles. We will talk to this minor bird here. Says village tendas comes nobody. Far it's because. Yes. Tenda village, eh? So we open the present to find an IQ capsule. Now at this point, we could keep giving them to Jeff, but in my mind, his heavy bazooka is really the most useful item that he will get based on his IQ, even though there are a few more things he could fix up as the game goes on, including his final actual weapon. But in all of my years of playing this game, I've never actually built it. The heavy bazooka was always good enough. So we will just use that IQ capsule on Paula in hopes that she will gain yet more psychic points. We come across a downed helicopter that looks familiar. Jeff says it's completely broken. Thought he could fix it, but upon re-examination he noticed there's no engine. So the engine has been salvaged from it. Opening the present, we find a cup of life noodles and a strange looking enemy back here. It is the demonic Petunia. But single enemies are not a huge threat. A big smash attack from Ness. The battle has ended quickly. Seeing some new enemies around here. So we engage the hostile Elder Oak. And the tree enemies in this game. As usual. Do burst into flames when they go down. No problem. Another new enemy. The manly fish. All kinds of foes here in the deep darkness. As we continue on, I do think it's maybe worth pointing out that I'm recording this episode a bit earlier in the morning than I usually would, being unable to sleep, which, that happens sometimes. They often tell you to, if you're having trouble sleeping, you really shouldn't lay in bed and fight it. So I usually try for about 45 minutes or so. And if I'm not asleep by then, it's best to just go ahead and get up. Do some kind of easy activity like reading. As we encounter the pit bull slugs, who, much like the slugs from very much earlier in the game, are decent at helping to provide some extra experience, but they are considerably more dangerous. As we encounter the manly fish and the manly fish's brother. We will focus more on the brother, as they tend to be more dangerous, as I recall. A little unfortunate there, but no matter. Believe Gamma is required. Yes, Gamma is required to heal paralysis. And we will work our way through this as usual. I would be curious to know what you viewers might do when you're having trouble going to sleep. Or rather, staying asleep, as the case may be. You should tell me about it, because I am curious. Maybe you do interesting things that I wouldn't think of as we encounter a big pile of puke, as one does in the swamps. Kind of looks like Master Belch. Yes, I know my strategy is I just get up after a while. But let me know what you do as I wander a little lost. And I think I know where I went wrong. I turned just a little too soon. As we come across a unique looking enemy. Says, you may have forgotten, but I'm the return of Belch. I've fought you before. Don't you remember my ripe odor? Belch has trained more and returned much stronger. Belch has also changed his name to Puke and refers to himself in the third person. Drowned to death in puke, he says. Don't you think that's an incredibly masculine taunt to throw at you? As Master Barf attacks. Now, we'll give him a round, maybe to... But Paula says no. We'll give him one more round. Just to see. He exhales a blast of stinky breath. And, usually I would solve this fight with just a single multi-baller rocket. That's how powerful they are. But now I'm curious. To see... Oh, what do you know? Suddenly, Pooh swoops down from the sky, and he uses new power, which may be a bit jarring for the eyes. He uses Star Storm. Dealing significant damage to Master Belch. Or Master Puke, rather. As he falls, he leaves a Casey bat behind. As Pooh makes an entrance, like an action hero, he rejoins us just like that. Having mastered Starstorm. And we are just about through the swamp. Almost through the deep darkness. Finally reaching some land and a cave. Oh, and what unique beings we have found here. It just says, we're shy. Oh, interesting. Coming down here, we see a sign. It just says weird junk. Opening a trash can, we find a death ray. Sounds intimidating. But that is a new weapon for Jeff. And we also picked up that Casey bat, which is a weapon for Ness. And it is a reference to a baseball player of the same name who was able to hit very hard, but I guess he must have had a tendency to miss the ball just as often, so in a similar fashion, the Casey bat is quite strong, but Ness will miss many attacks if he uses it, so I tend not to use it. Seem to have come across a hotel. Unfortunately, the innkeeper is not shy, so we will stay. After being worn down by the swamp, see here, a hot spring, which we don't need currently. There's an item shop, but the shopkeeper is a little shy. Shy that we are. And I can certainly relate to the feeling of being shy. This one looks a little different. It says, we're all shy. Rumor, I heard a book to fix shyness there is. Where? Don't know. Just a rumor. Very well. If that's the case, I guess there's not much for it. We'll just have to find another way to proceed. So we got a phone call. It's from Apple Kid. Because we're having beautiful weather here at Dr. Endonut's lab in Winters. The doctor doesn't seem to be around right now, but I'm just working on my eraser machine. Something seems to have happened. Apple Kid seems to have been accosted by someone. As his phone is hung up, we get another call immediately from Orange Kid. It says, we're finally coming near to the end of our research on how to change a boiled egg back into a raw egg. And by the way, Apple Kid is missing. Left here going to see Dr. Endonuts, never came back. I was hoping to borrow the book Overcoming Shyness from him. Suddenly he disappeared. I'm also working hard on my invention, so I hope you'll understand. Apparently Orange Kid struggles with shyness as well, but could have fooled me. Well, that's quite the situation. I guess we should get right on over to Winters. See what's happened. We see Maxwell. Says, Jeff, long time no see. Don't have time to chat because Tony's missing. Thought he's with you and he suddenly disappeared. Let me talk to Bubble Monkey's wife here, who says he left to go play with Tessie along the shores of Lake Tess. Well, we will have to make our way down to Dr. Endonuts' lab, which I believe we will do next time. Seems like a fine place to stop for now. And yes, next time we will see just what has happened to Apple Kid and potentially Dr. Endonuts, and it sounds like Tony as well. So, In the meantime, I hope you found this episode to be relaxing. I hope you're a little more settled than when we first started. As always, thank you for coming along on the adventure. And you can look forward to another episode every Monday and Thursday night with another opportunity to relax, unwind, maybe go to sleep, and just be for a while, as all of us need to do from time to time. So until then, take care, and I will see you next time. But remember to breathe in all the way up from your heels. We'll see you.